Last lecture I talked about the crystal system. Here we have a crystal system. This crystal system we have isometric, cubic, we have tetragonal, hexagonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic. So we deal with the velocity. If you look, we have A, B, C equals, means that the velocity of light equal in all directions. Here also we have AB equal. So, but not equal to C. We have a different velocity in different direction. Different velocity. Here we have in this series system, the velocity of light is different in all directions. The velocity of light is different in all directions. If the velocity of light or the refractive index by optical mean is equal in all directions, we name it this isotropic mineral. Isotropic mineral. The refractive index in all directions, same refractive index in all directions. Anisotropic mineral, this is this one. Tetragonal, hexagonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic. Different refractive index because the axes are not equal. So we have a maybe short axis in one direction and long axis in one direction. So we have a different electron density, different distance. So we have an anisotropic and isotropic uniaxial indicatrix. So how we represent these difference? Because why? Because it is very important for identification of what? Of different type of mineral. The purpose of this interaction of light with mineral is for identification. What kind of mineral this mineral is it? So we have a term, we name it optical indicatrix. Optical indicatrix. It's what? It's a three-dimensional shape of what? Of refractive index. Because you know you have a crystal. Crystal have a 3 dimension. So there's a 3-dimensional refractive index. The shape or the surface that connecting this refractive index is called what? Is called optical indicatrix, or is defined as the surface connecting the tips, this is tips, of all the vector of the light radiating out from the common point within the crystal. From one point radiating light. So this is the indicatrix. Okay. If you have this garnet green and you have a light, because garnet is cubic, isometric system and isotropic, so the velocity in all directions are equal. Velocity in all directions in garnet are equal. So this means that you have a same refractive index, one refractive index in all directions. This is another system. You see that there's a long axis. So, of course, the refractive index in this direction are different in this direction. So, we have a different refractive index in different directions. Here we have maximum refractive index in this direction, minimum refractive index in this direction. So based on the relation of refractive index in C directions, C axis direction and A and B directions, we have a different kind of isotropic of indicatrix. We have a different kind. You see here, I say indicatrix is a three-dimensional shape. Three-dimensional shape of refractive index. Here we have isotropic. Isotropic. The refractive index in all directions are equal. So the shape of the indicatrix is what? Is a sphere. The shape is a sphere. We have a uniaxial. Uniaxial positive mean what? Two directions are equal. Two directions, one direction are. This is similar to what? Similar to flying sucker. Flying sucker, it's similar to this shape, flying sucker. We have a two refractive index. One named epsilon. Epsilon vibrate. It's the refractive index of light vibrate parallel to c-axis. Parallel to c-axis. We have omega perpendicular to c-axis. We have a two light, omega and epsilon. If epsilon more than omega, we have a positive refractive, positive indicatrix. Also, we have negative. This is negative. We have a c. The c-axis is a small, and epsilon is less than omega. Epsilon is less than omega. Why this important? Why this indicatrix? Because last lecture I told we have a 2,000 to 3,000 minerals. 2,000. So it's fine in a rock. It's very difficult to identify. So based on this shape, and this shape is constructed from refractive index, we can identify what? We can identify mineral. In what? In thin section. We can identify mineral in thin section. We have a biaxial. Biaxial, what's meaning of biaxial? No of the axes is equal. We have a three refractive index, beta, alpha, gamma. We have a three different refractive index, We have a positive and negative. What's mean by positive? We have a zxy direction. If 2v, which is the angle between optic axis, this is optic axis, the angle between two optic axes. What is optic axis? Optic axis is a line. Vertical to what? To circular section. Please take a look. I will show you. In this shape, we have only two positions that we have a circular shape. We can cut it, and the section is circular. Please take a look. This is circular section. There's two possibility. One in this direction and the other in this direction. Vertical to this plane called optic axis. Vertical to this plane called optic axis. If 2v is the angle between two optic axes. If 2v is cut by z or gamma direction, so the mineral is positive.